My name is Christopher Armstrong. I'm the author and the creator of the new book, The Maker's Field Guide. What the Maker's Field Guide is, it's basically a book on how to make anything imaginable. What I've done is I've taken almost a decade of experience working in the research and development fields for multiple different brands, big and small, and I've distilled that down into one guide where anyone can use it to make anything for fun or for profit. Most recently, I've brought to market a full line of performance footwear for the brand Lift Aviation, specifically tailored to high-end racing pilots. I've also helped a sports agency reimagine a futuristic concept for the NFL football helmet. And I've helped TOSY, which is a hardcore cult racing brand, bring back their heritage through high-end performance fireproof racing footwear. What this book represents is almost a decade of experience, first at the Art Center College of Design, and then my practical experience gained working in the industry of research and development, engineering, product design, and just
figuring out what works best for me and what works best in industry applications.
This is the first ever guide with in-depth coverage on the advanced technologies such as 3D printing, CNC machining, laser cutting, computer-aided manufacturing. Also, what it includes is more of the manual techniques, the basic shop tools and machinery like the bandsaw, table saw, mill, lathe, drill press, and much more. This book also includes a section on makerspaces, high-end R&D labs, workshops, and also customization techniques taught by the actual shop owners and designers themselves. Until now, these are exactly the type of tips, tricks, and hidden techniques that you'd only be able to find either by enrolling in a prestigious design and engineering program, or you'd have to spend years and years, maybe even a decade working in the R&D industry itself. Because I couldn't find anything out there at the moment that is even anywhere close to something like this, that simplifies, concisely packages everything together all into one resource, I decided to go out there and write it on my own.
Soon after the first book debuted in 2019, it quickly went on to becoming ranked as the #1 new release in industrial product design on Amazon. Then made it to a few different best of lists, including best new product design books and best industrial design books of all time. Within the year that the book has been in print, it sold over 1,000 copies in 15 different countries worldwide. With almost zero marketing budget and without the backing of a major publisher. This was almost solely based on word of mouth and people sharing it within their local communities. A hardcover of this book has been a dream and a major goal of mine since the paperback was first released. Why the hell go through the trouble of releasing an expanded edition instead of just keeping it as is? Well, the response to the first edition of the book really blew everyone away, including myself. The amount of emails and comments I received from people thanking me for putting this content out there has really been profound. One of the things that's happened over the last year is I've had a chance to see exactly how people have interpreted this material, which has produced so many great new insights about which sections or specific content people were resonating with and what they wanted to see more of. I've received tons of great feedback and data from both professionals and students alike who have either read the book as well as a handful others who have left reviews on blog sites such as Amazon or Goodreads. Essentially what I've done this time around is I've taken all of these comments to heart, and instead of just repackaging what was already there before, I've decided to take what I've learned over the last year to make this new book an absolute beast and to make certain that no stone has been left unturned. One of the things you'll notice when you pick up the new book is that it looks and it feels like a new book. There's now been a lot added to it. In fact, an additional 80 pages. So it's like a whole new book on top of the original book. And most notably, there's about 30 new pages dedicated to state-of-the-art 3D printing technologies, which is an area that's sure to blow your mind, even if you happen to be a seasoned pro who's been around this world for some time now. In addition, I've added a much deeper dive into the different career paths available within the research and design, film, architecture, and making industries. This is a way to demystify what the heck actually goes on behind the scenes when it comes to bringing a new product to market, including those who are responsible and what roles they play in that process. After years of being in the industry and bringing dozens of hugely successful products to market at some of the highest levels, this is something I can personally say has been severely lacking in the current higher education system. I've still witnessed so many students who have no clue what goes on in companies or research firms when they come out the other end of their formal schooling. This is compounded by the fact that in many companies, internal teams and separate divisions are so siloed and specialized to the point where one team member may not even hear or see the other one on the other side of the building. The reason I can do this is because I'm not a tenured professor or someone who simply talks the talk but who has never actually walked the walk. I've been to war and I've been down in the trenches and have been at the helm at leading multiple different world-class design teams and startup brands to victory within their respective market categories. This is something where I have direct, battle-tested, first-hand experience working with over 30 different clients in dozens of different industry market domains. I hope you're as excited as I am about bringing this project to life. I feel that this book has the ability to impact so many people and quite possibly transform entire industries with a little bit of contrarian thinking, including those of you who may have been on Kickstarter and have had an idea for a new product or innovation yourself. But sometimes not knowing what you don't know is one of the biggest stumbling blocks to success. My goal here is to give you the most kick-ass, one-stop manual that's going to be your secret weapon in making those dreams become a reality. Where you want to take this content is ultimately up to you and only limited by your imagination. So I hope you'll join me in this mission and consider backing this project here on Kickstarter. Thanks so much, everyone.